Hello again, everyone. We are Gaming by Gaslight, and welcome back to EU4 as Manchu. Now, you'll probably notice a couple of differences here, namely that there is some weird stuff going on up here, and that's because we're currently in the 1.19 or Denmark beta patch, which I'm assuming, since it's in beta, that we'll probably see the full version coming out in a week or so, give or take. But I figured let's take a look at it now, and also just get an early idea of if I may end up having some issues, namely if this campaign would get destroyed as a result of the update, which doesn't seem to be the case, which is good, makes me happy. However, I say that, but this save in general has been acting kind of weird lately, so I'm mildly concerned I might end up being forced to start over, which of course I'll do off camera and get us all the way back up to this general point, if it ends up being, as bad as I guess I seem to be implying it'll be, but I don't think it'll be that bad, and I need to stop saying, every other sentence, because that's just kind of annoying. Anyway, yeah, so this has changed a couple of things. Let's see. These were all wasteland things that were always here. It seems that wasteland and, in general, provinces that you do not own show up kind of like just regular old terrain these days, which is kind of neat, kind of nifty. I like it. It's all right. Really helps make it stand out too when you think about it, which I appreciate for one. Let's see. I am gonna have to. They've changed terrain and tiles and stuff, so I gotta wait a second there, as you can see. Pop that guy off there. You'll also notice that a slightly different thing going on here. I noticed when I started up that things were a little different here, or that there's a good opportunity to get into Japan here. So we're going to want to keep an eye on that so we can take advantage of it. I'm also wondering to myself if it would actually be in my interest to drop this whole religious conversion dealie and instead consider the possibility. Actually, I'm going to cancel this mission for now because we're not fighting Ming just yet. We will be eventually, but not just yet. Unless they have done something crazy and they're about to explode. But that doesn't appear to be the case. It's just awesome sauce all around for them because, I can't win. Life can't be easy for me, unfortunately. Then again, what fun would life be if it was easy, right? But yes, most importantly, I do want to get an idea here of what my own situation is looking like. And it actually doesn't look that bad, so effectively what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to Wharf Kazan instead of attacking into India, which it's also been a while since I've last recorded, so I forget exactly what I was going to do. I think I was talking about possibly fighting in here. We are eventually going to get into India. It's just due to the mountains and the fact that there is like this super unholy trinity going on here, which is not unlike the unholy trinity I have going on over here with the Ottomans and Muscovy, who I should be very careful about. Yeah. Because I assume the Ottomans... they're actually rival to Muscovy, and Muscovy is rival to the Ottomans, so we could have some problems there. Not good problems, as one might imagine. I should probably upgrade this. We're doing moderately okay. Our economy is okay-ish. Could intervene in a war. If I wanted to be really crazy, I could buy a guy, which would probably be terrible right now, to be honest. And how are we looking with things? We need... And the printing press is about to pop in a couple of years, by the looks of it. And once we get some money, we can embrace colonialism, which will allow us to do cool stuff as well. And, I mean, who doesn't like cool stuff, right? Cool stuff is fun. Alright, let's go to Wharf Kazakh. We're just going to take some stuff, tribal feuds, because that's the best kind of feud. Also, actually clicking on your units is usually a good thing as well. So let's do that. Get this war started. Hopefully crush, kill, destroy. I mean, Kiva is going to help. a big, important, critical thing that I really, really, really need to do is actually start properly annexing them, because it's going to take basically a century to do this. So, especially if I keep feeding them land, as I am probably going to continue doing. Incidentally, is there anyone here? No, it's all just hordes. Yeah, if it wasn't for this... Like if some of this land belonged to a non-horde, I would attempt to siege it out. But because that's not possible at the present time, I am not going to worry about it. I'm just going to siege out their land, finish the war, and with any luck, there will be no further problems. It'll be just war, success, money, conquest, women, blackjack hookers, all the good stuff that hordes like. Or so I am told. Alright, so yeah, basically, eat Kazan. That's our best bet here. I'm mildly scared about this, to be honest. This, it does seem kinda bad for me. Alright. Excellent. Actually, they're sieging that out, so I can probably leave. Might be useful. Oh, that's good. Colonial enthusiasm, that's always fun. I like it. Yeah, we're not gonna try converting anyone. That's just a waste of our time. Nepal's opinion. I suppose we can do that. Give us something to do. Alright, I'll cancel with the Ming. Oh, and you, I have to turn over here. And basically, I can actually eat what's left of Kazan in one big ol' tasty, delicious bite. Delicious. Alright. And then, of course, I'm going to proceed to burn everything down, which will make it absolutely garbage and result in terrible, terrible inefficiencies, I guess. But I'm not the one who has to worry about it. That'll be Kiva's job. Mostly. I'll keep some of the land for myself, I think. That would be fair. We're obviously not going to tech up for a little while. Not yet. Yake. Lower Yik. I'm going to keep some of this stuff for myself, I think. Ukek. Eratov. I'll split the difference a little. Let's see here. I should give them Sarai, just so they can finish off the area. Alright, yes. I think that makes sense. I mean, I'm not going to be making any of this stuff into states or territories anyway, but you never know. I'll keep Sartsin for myself. I can't core it. Why bother? Alright, I'm just being crazy. I'll keep Orda, though, for no particular reason. Alright, good. No. I'm actually wondering if I made a terrible idea picking Humanist. I would like to grab this, but not with this 46% penalty on me. That would be just dumb of me to pick it up at all. Let's see here. 11 years, 8 years. I think we're okay. Alright, let's go down here. Next up on the chopping block is Persia. Alrighty then. Yes. Right, advisor has died, which probably works out for the best, I think. Because at least we're spending slightly less money. Which is usually good in these cases. Oh, their opinion of me dropped considerably. Wish they would love me more, but oh well. Ming has done nasty things. Okay, so it's almost time to go to war here. Trade good is turned into salt. Salt is always fun. We have increased our inflation. Ah, yes. Something I'm not overly fond of doing, but we're getting to a point where I'm going to start getting bad events, so I'm going to actually bump this down a little bit. How much am I gaining every month? 0.08. I have a yearly inflation reduction guide, but I'd never be able to afford that. So there's no way I'm going to pay it. I'm tempted. I could pick up the national tax modifier guy. I don't think that'll offset the taxes. I mean, 10% more of this is not really going to offset this, so, or the cost of the guy, so we'll suck it up for now. Kazani separatists. Where the hell did you come from? Who gave you permission to come into my land and start doing garbage like this? That is, you sicken me, sir. Anyway, let's also see what's going on over here. Yasugi is currently not doing anything, but they will be. Eventually, possibly, probably, most likely. Alright, but the big thing with Persia is we want to take their money so we can afford to upgrade our stuff. A big thing, of course, is I gotta be careful what land I take, because I do want to expand over here, but I don't want to piss the Ottomans off, especially because they apparently are kind of angry at me already for some reason. Probably has something to do with this aggressive expansion modifier. So, yeah. Which is actually the problem, because the thing is, even if... I'm thinking to myself, I take this land while they don't want it, which on the surface sounds like a good idea, but inevitably, they're probably going to want it, and then they're going to break their alliance with me. Which is rather unfortunate for me as far as things would be concerned. Let's see here. I'll fabricate on Ishigo. Seems like a good thing to fabricate on. But we're not going to go to war with them just yet. We will. But I'm going to wait until they inevitably go to war with Japan, because they will, sooner or later. And when they do, that will be my time to strike, because basically Japan will wipe out their navy, and then I can proceed to do awesome, cool stuff. Or at least that's the logic I'm going to operate under. Hopefully. Maybe. It could work. It might not. There's a good chance it will, though. And do my eyes deceive me? Am I actually making money? Wow. We have an economy. It's shocking, but it's happy. I'm also going to go ahead and raise the host, just so we can get some more stuff going here. Might not have been the best idea. Obviously, we're going to go for siege ability, because we don't even have any forts whatsoever. Can I go to war with you yet? Yes, yes I can. The Ottomans would actually join this war if I gave them land. But I don't want to give them land, so I'm not. And instead, we're going to go to their fort. Because forts are fun. Who doesn't like a good fort? Yeah. Okay, after the war. Oh, goody, a free stability point. That's nice. It's about dang time. Oh, and this solved itself, so good. Haha. I love it when problems solve themselves. Makes my life much, much easier. We're also going to pop this guy on here so we can siege that just a little bit faster. And in exchange, I will pop off 3 cavalry guys, because I figure from now on I'm going to have a combat stack and a siege stack. At least that's the logic I'm going to operate under here. They're going to unsiege their stuff, which will be all fine and dandy for them. But the important thing is mostly I guess that I keep my allies actually allies, because I only need them really just to make sure that I don't get surprise attacked by the Ming while I'm trying to do other things. Because I would rather not get surprise attacked by the Ming while I was trying to do other things, because that would suck. And you can move on over here. Or not. Oh, this is a wasteland tile now. Oh. I also didn't actually add terrain in there, so I don't know why that got thrown in. Interesting. There are some new wasteland tiles. Also, actually, a really cool thing is, due to the way the fort mechanics have changed, I should be able to wander into any tile within this area. But yeah, this fort, it basically controls everything in I guess in this gray area, and apparently in here as well. There is a map mode somewhere around here. Zone of control. Probably want to add this as a thing. Let's see. Zone of control, zone of control, zone of control. Where are you, Mr. Zone of Control? You are right here. I don't really care about forts. Okay, so zone of control. This is not defended. So all of this is apparently defended by a fort. The level 1 fort is, I guess, here? No, wait, it would be their capital. This is by a level 2 fort. This is by a level 2 fort. Semnan is not defended by a fort. And as you can see, really, pretty much nothing in my own land is defended by a fort. And probably never will be, even though fort maintenance has been cut in half in this patch, which is really, really useful. I do like the fact that there is a bit more mobility as a result of this change as well. That's pretty nice. I can still move around and get a lot of sieging accomplished here, which makes me happy. In fact, I could probably start sieging out their capital while I'm waiting, which is also a good thing. I do so enjoy sieging. Alright, we'll put Mr. Siege Leader guy here on here and here. Alright, you go down there. And it'll be interesting to watch and figure out how this whole thing works out. Bahamonis has decided to rival me. Nice for them. Not that I care. Khiva is doing Kievan things. Persia is just running away and sieging out. I mean, good for them, I suppose, but that's not really going to help. I mean, they can siege all the land they want, which is going to hurt my economy, of course, but at the end of the day, I'm still winning. And isn't that all that matters, frankly? Possibly, probably. I think so. Winning is cool. Everyone likes winning. I'm going to go stand over here as well. Oh, their sack is moving, though. It's doing something. Oh, I should probably move you and go do something as well. Basically, the way Zone of Control now works is that it kind of... something to do with contested areas, so basically if there's a fort here and... something. I'll figure it out eventually. I don't really quite understand all the details of this new system yet, but apparently it has already in the beta patch caused some kind of wonky behavior. But the most important part is it actually seems to allow me to wander around in hostile territory a lot easier than previously, which I, for one, appreciate. And we'll just kind of merge you guys together, which means once you siege out, I can put our siege leader over here, and all will be good. I mean, as you can also see, I mean, we're really rapidly sieging out their nation here. It's really awesome. I mean, sure, they're getting some action in on me, but I'm getting far more action in on them. Well, there's also those separatists, but how did that happen? Did it not say, like, they were, like, this was decaying last time? There's also Mongol separatists in 27 years, apparently. That's unfortunate. Golden Horde separatists as well. So, lots of things to be concerned about, apparently. Also, I noticed they're at -2 stability somehow, which is kind of unfortunate. I'm not going to worry about that too much. The big thing I want in this war is not land, but money. And they have a reasonable amount of it. Plus, might as well go for war reps. And how do I want to take land? Again, I probably don't want to take land over here too much. Oh, you know, the change to this is actually... because if I do this, I can release Afghanistan. Which I think I might want to do, actually. It does put me rather scarily close to the Ottomans. Especially since... well, I only consider this a strategic utility. I think as long as I don't expand too much farther in this direction, hopefully... and it kind of depends on if the random number generator wants to be kind to me or not. But I am reasonably convinced that I should be okay. And I think I'll send you up here to go fight the bad guys. And by bad guys, I of course mean the rebels. And then I'm going to create a new vassal. and we'll start annexing Khiva. Which, overall should work out. I think. Probably. Possibly. It could happen. Might be a bad idea, it might be a good idea. We'll see. But I'm confident that this particular strategic decision is the right one. Hopefully. It's always one of those things where you're always just a little bit, not confident in your ability to know whether you're doing the right thing. I also think I'll take this lovely one province over here. Just for myself, just to treat myself. Just to have a little snack on something. There we go. And then I will completely ruin this rich and valuable land, which, if I was actually really clever and was thinking about it, what I could have done is moved my capital over here. Because very rich, valuable land compared to my horde area. I think I'll keep the fort here when I release Afghanistan. Or not Afghanistan. I'm an idiot. Iraq is what I mean. Afghanistan. Afghanistan's over here. Silly me. You'd figure I would know that, especially because off camera I've recently been playing a Persia game, which was pretty fun. Very, very hair-pullingly frustrating, but fun. Alright. So I give all the land to myself, or to my vassals, so that they can take care of it for me, thus saving me the trouble of coring it myself. There we go. One problem, of course, with this is that I can't declare a horde-related war on Korakoinlu. But again, I don't really want to expand in this direction in the off chance. Well, it's not really the off chance, it's in the inevitable moment when the Ottomans decide that they suddenly want this land. And are going to kill me for it. Because that's just what they do. Alright, let's start annexing Khiva, because it is going to take a long time. Especially because I don't have diplomatic ideas. Also, I should probably get you out of here and into friendly territory. I do want to go to war with Signed. Or Khorasan. Finish off the Timurids. I might as well go with Khorasan first, because that would open up some more openings, such as it is. Which would make, the big problem, of course, with all this is Wanpur. How many men do they have? Let's have a look at that. It's just about time to wrap the episode up, but let's figure some of this stuff out before we go. I can't help but notice that they are not in alphabetical order. Some strange reason. Ah, here we are. They have 21,000. Signed has how many thousand? Signed has about 18,000, and Delhi has like 3,500. Oh no, they have only 24 of 28. Plus, they're actually at a war against Wanpur, so it would probably actually be a good time. Because not everyone would come into the war, right? Delhi would, Wanpur wouldn't. Oh, they're not allied with Wanpur anymore, so it'd be just Delhi and Signed. Which would be good. Especially because Delhi is one of my rivals, and that would get me more power projection-y points. Obviously, I'm not going to rival either of my friends, but that does mean that one or both of them are probably going to rival me at some point, just to be dicks. Alright, first things first, though. Let us start annexing our vassal, because it's going to take us until 1631. That's going to be a lot of points. If I had Diplo ideas, I would be able to do something about that. There was no way I'd get the printing press, because I'm not Protestant, and I'm not in Europe. Which is unfortunate for me. I still can't quite afford to pick up that, which is kind of unfortunate, but we'll get there eventually. It's going to be all okay. All right. Alright, so we're going to solve the problems we have going on over here. The Ottomans embraced colonialism. That kind of sucks for me, to be honest, but it's okay. Everything's going to be okay. Alright, I think I actually could have an easier time against India now, especially if the fort changes, because I should be able to move around a lot easier. They also have a mothballed fort here, which means If I could get there within a month, which I probably won't be able to, I would actually be able to swipe it without any problem, more or less. Yeah, we'll recall relations over there. I guess I gotta be kind of careful, because I am kind of racking up aggressive expansion over here. Which is always unfortunate. I'm kind of surprised. Yasugi and Japan have not gone to war. I would have figured they would have gone to war by now. They clearly know my plan, and they're like, let's not go to war. You'll be giving him an easier time. And God forbid we give Gaslight an easy time. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. The save has not crashed or burned or anything, so that's a good sign, I take it. And with that in mind, I'd just like to say, as always, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video.